Hi, my beautiful angels. We are back again with another Spirit Spotlight. They told me to grab the other deck, so I guess we will be using two decks today. All right, so they told me to grab the other deck, so I guess we will be using two decks today. All right, so I've set the intention that the messages that we receive are for our highest good. I also set the intention that the messages that come through remind us of home, okay? And I also set the intention to find out what other exciting things are happening, right? Because obviously it's nice to know what might come afterwards, even though we're not doing the work for the rewards, right? Right? Okay. The rewards, right? Right? Okay. Because the reward is really us attaining higher levels of consciousness and breaking free out of the matrix. Right? Good. All right, so tuning into this collective, let's open our hearts now. What would your Holy Spirit like you to know? Hearts now. What would your Holy Spirit like you to know? First thing I heard was patience. A lot of us are needing to have patience at this time. Why we are needing to have patience is because we are integrating a lot of new energy. Okay. All right. Let us see. So, the underlying energy, we have the Three of Pentacles, okay? And if this is our underlying energy, it's at the bottom of the deck. This is telling us this is the energy that is surrounding the situation, right? The foundational energy behind it, which, interestingly enough, like Three of Pentacles represents foundations, okay? So part of the reason why you're being asked to have patience is, I've been saying this saying for the past week, I don't know how many times, Rome was not built in a day, okay? When you're creating a masterpiece, such as yourself, it takes hours, if not months, if not years to master, okay? And now I'm also seeing in my mind a gemstone being chiseled out into a beautiful gem. So it looked like a rose quartz, and it started being chipped away until it was presented as a beautiful rose quartz diamond, okay? Now, when we're chipping away, okay, they're highlighting that rose quartz diamond, okay? Now, when we're chipping away, okay, they're highlighting that takes a lot of precision, right? One false chip, the entire stone is either confirmation burp gone, the value of it has decreased significantly, or it's no longer being able to be utilized. So view this period as you being chipped away, fine-tuned, sharpened, and also you being chipped away, fine-tuned, sharpened, and also highlighted so that you can reflect even greater light, even greater of your soul's essence, so that you can really anchor in your essence rather than being so hyper-tuned and hyper-focused on the essence of the collective. Okay? All right. Now, is because there was a certain situation that caused you to go inward, right? And they're more highlighting on the fact that the process of creation involves destruction, okay? The process of building new foundations, in order to build a foundation for a home, you must literally break the ground, right? You literally have to make sure that the ground is broken so that a home can be supported, and you have to cut through, especially if you have to make a basement, right? You can't make the basement on top of the ground. You literally have to cut through the ground, go through the earth, go through the muck, go through all that deep, dark stuff. But when you go through all that deep, dark stuff, you are able to recognize all that deep, dark stuff. But when you go through all that deep, dark stuff, you are able to recognize what works and what doesn't work. And you are also able to have super transformations. 10 of Swords recognize what works and what doesn't work. And you are also able to have super transformations. 10 of Swords is quite literally you flipping the script and your internal narrative. And the process of flipping that internal narrative is a very delicate process, right? Because when we're flipping the script, we have to go through past experiences. We have to process past emotions and traumas. We have to do all of that stuff. But if we don't do it, repeat. And I know that this collective is been done with these cycles over. We're tired. We're done. Excuse me. Coffee time. Hopes everybody's having a beautiful morning. Also, I hope everybody's drinking your coffee, your tea, whatever it is that you like. For me, it's coffee because the memories with my dad. Love you, Dad. For me, it's coffee because the memories with my dad. Love you, Dad. All right. Oh, that might be a side note. So if anybody has a parent on the spirit side, that could just be this. This is just your little reminder. They're literally sitting right by you and enjoying the things that you are still enjoying, especially in the morning time. They want you to also know that when you are in that enjoying the things that you are still enjoying, especially in the morning time, they want you to also know that when you are in that solitary moment to yourself in the morning is when you are more able to access their energy, partially because you just came out of the astral state, like, right? So your astral body is still kind of activated, not so much while we're sleeping, but when we first wake up, it's still a little bit active. So your loved ones on the other side are saying if there are things that you would like to talk to about them, or if you want to take some time out in the morning when you are sitting with yourself, and take some time out in the morning when you are sitting with yourself and just call them. Okay, so I'm going to ground myself and step away from that. Whew. Very good. All right. Moving forward. So what came out following was Ace of Cups and King of Swords on the bottom. Okay. So this brand new beginning, this gift, this opportunity that's coming in is happening because quite literally you guys broke down some sort of archetype in regards to a male that's coming in is happening because quite literally you guys broke down some sort of archetype in regards to a male figure in your life. But it's more than just the male figure that they're highlighting. It's more the foundational belief systems built around this male figure that you cut through. I'm literally seeing somebody like going through a jungle and like cutting through all the shards of leaves and everything, making a pathway for themselves. And because of this, because you actually brought balance, we have a system, you're going to notice that right now you're in the in-between state. We have temperance in reverse, right? So your angels are here and we have temperance in reverse, right? So your angels are here and here you are transmuting, but you are in this resting period because while you are resting, even though it doesn't feel like you're doing much, because physically you may not be doing much, energetically you are doing way more than you actually realize. Okay. In waves, right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. There is no energy on this planet that just continues to go up. There is a point where the energy arcs and drops back down into itself. Okay? The point of which is that this resting period that you're going through is just a natural cycle. Okay? Bringing up the energy wave pattern. The other thing that they want me to bring up is when we are in a constant state of doing and constantly going, our energy is quite literally focused outwards, right? We're constantly going. our energy is quite literally focused outwards, right? We are quite literally sending energy signals out because we are actively participating in creation. We're doing things. Hold on, I gotta just make sure the wind doesn't the cards. Okay? So if we are actively doing things and our energy is constantly actively going outwards, right? So if energy is constantly going this way and pushing outwards, how can anything ever come in? You don't give it the opportunity. Don't rest. When you rest, you allow the energy to go from here to then focus in on itself. And as your energy is then focusing in on itself, the things that you are trying to focus in on you too then have a chance to gravitate towards you. Things that you are trying to focus in on you too then have a chance to gravitate towards you because you're no longer outwardly to cultivate the energy, and therefore your outward manifestations, if you want to call them, are allowed to be attracted back to you. Okay? So this is why resting is so important. And it's also something that's very hard for humans as a whole because we have been programmed to believe that if we are not moving, if we are not doing something, then we are being unproductive, right? We are not being a productive member of society, and how dare you? Who shot the sheriff? Damn. Like, what? I'm sorry, excuse me, who? I didn't know we were called human. Damn. Like, what? I'm sorry, excuse me, who? I didn't know we were called human doings. I thought we were called human beings. No? Anybody in the room? Oh, Spirit likes to be funny too, by the way. And it's also a reminder, like, please don't take life too seriously because it's not meant to be taken seriously. You gotta laugh at yourself. And the beautiful thing about laughing at yourself is you shift energy, right? Laughing is quite literally so intoxicating, especially, you guys have heard a baby laugh? Like, what? What? A baby's laughter can literally break mountains. It can melt a hardened heart. Okay? So, laugh at yourself. Allow the energy to shift. Okay? Laugh at yourself. Allow the energy to shift. Okay? All right. Is there anything else back together? So, we are starting from a fresh deck. Oh, by the way, who am I? My name is Jennifer. Nice to meet you. I'm a Reiki master, intuitive. I've been connected my whole life. I shut myself down as a child because my house was haunted and I was being tormented by demons and nobody else in my family was being tormented. So I was isolated and scared as a child. So I prayed to God to please, I want to be normal. And then I grew up and I was like, wait, something feels weird. I feel different. I feel like a part of me is missing. And then, got back into it, and now we're doing this full time because everybody's meant to come home. Page of Cups. All right. Opportunities are coming in. The opportunities that are coming in, though, are something that it's like when you have the fish in the cup, okay, so we have the Page of Cups, this opportunity that's coming in. It's a very playful nature. It's also something that brings a lot of abundance. Okay. How would you like it? Reversed. Okay. They're asking you though, in this opportunity, be wary or just be more aware of any fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sag. That could be significant because we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This could also signify that this opportunity, right, if that's us projecting outwards, if we're projecting inwards, this could also signify that this opportunity has the capacity to slip you by, so to speak. If you don't, opportunity has the capacity to slip you by, so to speak, if you don't stand true creative potential, right? If you yourself have a belief system that you do not deserve this opportunity, and or you decide, I'm not worthy of this opportunity, then by all means, this opportunity will not manifest. Okay? But they're coming back to this opportunity. I'm hearing work, but it's more than just work. Yeah, this is a way for you to elevate completely. It's like you're shifting complete timelines. It's like as if somebody was working at a desk in a cubicle, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing them thrown to like a skyrise building, luxury like office with beautiful windows. Like, that's not my thing, but that's totally somebody's thing out there, and that thing is totally happening. And that is like the level of ascension, like quantum leaping, that will happen through this opportunity. But if we have any sort of doubt within ourselves, okay, because Wand's energy, I also like to attribute it to spirit. Okay, it's the creative force, it's creation. Okay, and what's also very interesting is when we look at the Queen of Wands, what colors are the most prominent? It's yellows and like oranges, kind of like an orangey deep red. Okay, but yellow signifies solar plexus chakra. Okay, so this is teaching. We're learning now. So anytime you see a lot of yellow, this aligns with our solar plexus. Our solar plexus talks about our drive, our willpower, our action going forward. Like, a lot of times when we get those gut feelings, it happens in that area because it's like a soul being like, hey, careful, beep, beep, watch out, beep, beep. Okay? So when we see that this card is in reverse next to this card, okay, Page of Cups, what colors are more prominent in this card? We see a lot of blues, a lot of whites and greens, okay? So this is saying like blue signifies the throat chakra, so speaking, talking, it could even be like writing, right? Because it's words. And the green represents heart chakra, so things that we love. And then when we have the white, and you see how the white is kind of, not only is it recognizable in the water, but it's also recognizable in the base of the skyline, though in the water, but it's also recognizable in the base of the skyline. The white represents spirit, like the divine holding this whole situation together. Okay, so it's like the divine's gonna lead you and teach you and guide you to say the right things, to be in the right state, as long as you allow that. But if there is anything within your personal willpower that is incongruent with, meaning does not believe that you are worthy of being led by the divine, if you don't think you are worthy of being led by the divine, then you don't think that you have the capacity to say what you need to say to have this opportunity. Okay, this is all about how you judge yourself. What judgments do you place upon? What judgments have you placed upon yourself? How will you allow these opportunities to come in, or will you not allow these opportunities to come in? Are you going to ruminate over the fact that because these new opportunities are coming in, your old life is starting to crumble? So because your old life is starting to crumble, are you going to just focus on shit? Everything's falling to shit. Or are you going to focus on, wait, I know that everything falls apart in order to build back anew. So are you going to be pumped that like things are building up? Yeah, then this opportunity comes, right? But if you're ruminating on what hasn't worked or what's falling apart, sorry, my nails are dirty because I'm always in my plants. So if you're ruminating on what hasn't worked, you're not focused on the gifts that are coming, right? You're not focused on what they're going to hate you if you are too focused on what is falling apart in order for it to happen. And this is going to happen a lot this year, my loves. This is a number 9 year. I know all about the number 9. I myself am a number 9. I'm a 9 everywhere. Life path, my birthday, every piece of my birthday adds up to a 9. Like, my life has all been literally about completions, things falling apart for new things to come together. And my hardest thing that I had to work through with that was letting go of what was falling apart. And I had such a problem letting go of things because I knew, and I know this is for you guys too, because I wouldn't be saying it if this wasn't true. Y'all see the best in everybody. You recognize the truest potential in people even when they don't see it themselves. And that is the part that you have always fallen in love with. That is the part that you have always supported and seen and lifted up, even when it's crushing your flippin' soul to hell. And it's at those points where the universe, because it loves you, God, because it loves you, your angels, because they love you, everything because it loves you, will literally rip it out of your hands because it's just crushing your soul. And you're just so kind and so caring, and you just, well, I can just change this. If I change this, that'll fix it. Oh no, that didn't work. No, that didn't work. Let me try something else. I could try something else and I will fix this. Yes, I'm gonna fix it. No, that's not working. Okay, maybe I'll work on myself some more. I will work on myself some more, and then things will change. Oh no, things are not changing. So the universe is like, nope, we're done. Take this tower moment. Everything goes out the window, right? But instead of ruminating on like, fuck, everything's falling apart, ruminate on the fact that, like, thank God things are falling apart so that new can fall in. Thank God I have the new foundations being built. Thank God I have new opportunities now coming through. Thank God that there has been a balancing act that came forward from this deconstruction. Thank God. And I did this all on my own, kind of with help from the divine, but you still did it, right? You still allowed it to happen after it was like yanked from you, right? You're just like, okay, I guess we're gonna go with it. But good. I'm glad you went with it, because you're supposed to go with it, okay? So trust and know. Even though there are some things right now that are falling away, it's always for your highest good. It's always for the benefit of you. And there's always a literal silver lining in it all. I promise you. Sometimes it's hard for us to see what that silver lining is, especially when we're so focused on the fine print. But if we view it from a much higher perspective, we will see how it's literally a way for God to pour back into us. Okay? So, my loves, allow this rest period, allow the deconstructions, allow the release. Because when you allow all of those things, my beautiful angels, boom shakalaka, that's my favorite word, kind of, you get the opportunities. Okay? So let's not be our own worst enemies. Not allowed. I'll kick your butts. But not really. I'll send you a virtual butt kick. But no. I'll send you a virtual uplift. How about that? To help push you past this. Alright, they want one more shuffle, which is very interesting because I thought we were done. This is a very long reading. I don't know how long I've been on here. So, please. I have no idea. Whatever. Alright, final messages. How about this? Other than the opportunity, what else can this collective look forward to? Wow, immediately I saw tropical drinks in my hands. Like, and obviously it doesn't have to be but I saw like a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada, like, ding. So, what does that tell us? Things to look forward to. Events, engagements, coming together with like-minded people, right? Because if that's your thing, then you have somebody else doing your thing. And it doesn't always have to be that, right? Even if you're having a virgin one, still delicious. Prefer it, but hey. Okay. How would you like that? Oh, and they're like, keep going with that, with your image. Okay, other things that are coming through from the image. If I'm seeing 2 fruity drinks, tropical drinks, that could mean if we work through this, we get to go on vacation. If you work through this, you get to allow yourself the freedom to be. You get to start living the life of your dreams. You allow yourself the opportunity to express yourself. You allow yourself the freedom to now do the things that you want to do. Okay, this is the things that these opportunities will bring. And then another thing to look forward to. Wow. Multiple messages. This essentially is talking about a level up, okay? So if we have the King of Swords, but then we also have, what number is this? The Six of Pentacles. This is us leveling up financially. So another thing that God, the universe, your guides are quite literally wanting you to be excited about, and also trust and know in the fact that y'all, even though it looks crazy out there, don't believe it, because y'all are going to start making a lot more money. Like a lot more money. Like to the point where you're going to be able to give back to others. Like you're going to be able to be like, you know what? It's a Tuesday and I want to go out and have a nice steak dinner just because I can have a steak dinner. That's what it'll be like. And it'll also be like, you know what? It's a Friday. Let's fly to Miami for the weekend and we'll come back on Monday. And I could take off because I make my own schedule. Okay? That's what you get to look forward to. But my dears, they're saying you have the opportunity to manifest it, bring it in, or you have the opportunity to push it away. Remember that Queen of Wands card. Don't be your own worst enemy. Okay? I love you. Have a beautiful day. Allow yourself to release. Love you. Bye. How do I shut this down? Aha.